Welcome back, everybody, to Colorado and Company. Okay, well, it is okay to be old, and that's the title of aging and wellness advocate Patricia Greenberg's book that explores how good habits and mindful nutrition make all the difference in how you feel as the years go on. Well, she is here with us this morning. It is Patricia. Good morning to you.
How are you today?
Yeah, you've got a lot of tips. You've got advice. So what is the first thing people over 50 can do to feel more energetic and like they're in the prime of their life?
Yeah, it's all about the attitude. The first thing I say, and I put out a display for you, is eating well, exercising. But the number one thing that I always say starting out to revitalize yourself is to go back and turn in on yourself. Don't care what anybody thinks. Look out for yourself and take care of yourself. And there's so many ways to do that.
Absolutely. Great message, Patricia. Now, what is the latest on aging and nutrition? Maybe some info that a lot of us haven't heard.
Yes, I'm sure we're all hearing a lot about, eating processed food, eating at the wrong time of day. And I just put out an array of food, fruits and vegetables. I recommend at any age, you can reverse a lot of problems. So 25 to 30 pieces of fruit and vegetables a week. And that sounds like a lot, but every day, if you just have a salad, or you want to go out for your burger and fries, add a little vegetables and fruit, a small plate of fruit. I have a little snack here. It's corn and potatoes with some ketchup. So instead of having French fries, roasted potatoes. Rice, beans, and peppers as a mix gives you the boost you need. Remember, always have enough protein. So I put out yogurt, I put out hard-boiled eggs, tuna fish, cheese, all wonderful choices. But make sure throughout that day, you're always getting something nutritious along with your treats as well.
Okay, I also am a big believer in what we eat is how we feel, but eating well can sometimes be a little tough. How can we make that easier? Any tips?
Yes, well, I always say is don't go for the crazy fads and the hard to accessible food. Always look for things you have right here in your refrigerator. I have salad, hard-boiled eggs, tomatoes, salad mix. You can buy them pre-made at the store. Berries, cut up fruit. My favorite treat is nuts and chocolate chips. So I mix them together instead of having a heavy dessert or a highly sugared piece of cake. I just nibble on those at night when I want that little something sweet. But easy. Packaged yogurt, things that are whole grain breads. I buy tuna fish in a can, mix it with some beans and olives, and it's a wonderful treat. And if you want those special occasions, I always say save it for your birthday, because the biggest blessing in the world is your birthday every year.
That's right. Okay, well, I want you to touch on absolute no-nos, because I will be honest with you, I drink soda. I love soda. It's kind of like my go-to, but as I've gotten older, I'm like, I should really, back off on the soda. Is that pretty bad for you?
Okay, that's an absolute no-no. I say go to water first. I have my water here, water, water, water. If you have a little bit of juice, I always say mix it with water 50-50. No soda. And I say you're 90% of the way there. If you get rid of the candy, the cookies, the soda, the processed foods, the white breads, and anything on the go. Make sure you eat before you leave the house, or take something easy to eat with you. Because once you're out and you're hungry, you'll grab anything. And that's where we get into trouble. So I'd like you to stay away from the fast food stores. I don't want to put them out of business, because every once in a while it is fun to have.
Sure.
But don't go when you're hungry. Make sure you have things with you. Carrots, celery, old-fashioned, but it really works.
Yes, back to the basics, right? Now, why did you want to write the book, It's Okay to Be Old? That's the name of the book. I kind of love that. What made you want to say, this is what I'm going to do?
It's a little tongue-in-cheek to say it's okay to be old, and everyone says to me, I'm not old. That's something I'm very proud of. I'm going to be 65 this year. And 65 is the line of demarcation when people feel like they're old. And leading up to this, my mission in writing this book, it took me 18 years to research the information, to see what was new and upcoming and aging. And people just kind of cut themselves off at a certain age. You can do anything and be anything at any age. That's my message. You are valuable and relevant and worthy at any age to start new, to start great things, to start all over. So instead of being discouraged, that you're older. Let's say this is a new chapter in my life and I can start all over again.
And let me just say, you look fabulous.
Thank you.
65,
Thank
come
you.
on, you look absolutely radiant, but now we know why. You probably don't drink any soda, right? Okay.
I don't, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you a little tip. How about some
Okay.
seltzer water with lemon and lime? It gives you that little feeling of fizz and the comfort that a soda gives you in a much healthier way.
That's good advice. I'm definitely going to start to do that. Thank you so much, Patricia, for being with us today. Great advice, and I can't wait to read that book.
Thank you so much. Have a great day and happy St. Patrick's.
Of course, same to you. Okay, everybody, you can learn more at Pro Aging Advocate, patriciagreenberg.com, and find her books wherever books are sold.